Virginia University recently hired a new president. I'm Jared McClure, and coming up on WVU News, I'll tell you about the Mountaineer Nation's newest leader.
I'm Mallory Beck, and coming up next on WVU News, I'll tell you how simple vaccination may not be the only thing you need to do to keep yourself safe.
I'm Jeff Coyle, and coming up, I'll tell you why one man's retirement is taking 2 officers out of the Morgantown Police Force. WVU News starts now.
After a 6-month nationwide search, WVU has selected a new president who says he can't wait to call Morgantown home. I'm Casey Hott.
And I'm Megan Audie, and you're watching WVU News, a newscast produced by journalism students at West Virginia University.
James P. Clemens, current provost of Towson University in Maryland, will soon be trading in his gold and black attire for some brighter blue and gold.
That's right, Casey. The WVU Board of Governors named 44-year-old Clements as the next president of West Virginia University on March 6th. Jared McClure reports on what the new president is looking forward to when he moves to the Mountain State.
And with lots of fanfare, Dr. James P. Clements will be WVU's 23rd president.
West Virginia University has had a great history. We're going to have an unbelievable future. We're thrilled to be part of the family. We're going to love every minute of it.
The Board of Governors said both finalists, Dr. Clements and Dr. Gregory Williams, were highly qualified. But in the end, Clements was the best fit for WVU.
Those of us on the Board of Governors were very positive about both candidates, so it came out to be a very difficult decision.
Outgoing student body president Jason Parsons agrees with the decision.
One, I think his ability and proven track record of being able to bring people together and create positive change, and his youthfulness and his energy.
As provost at Towson University, Clements increased enrollment to an all-time high, while decreasing the student-faculty ratio to less than 18-to-1. Clements also secured more than $50 million in external funding as Vice President for Economic and Community Outreach.
This is a university that has an unbelievable impact in the great state of West Virginia. We're going to reach out across the entire state, and I'm looking forward to learning a lot more about all of the places across the state.
Clements called WVU a great research university, and he plans on boosting funding in order to make it one of the leading research institutions in the nation. Clements also says the entire Mountaineer Nation is unique, especially the students.
The students at this great university are crazy, they're excited, they bring a lot of energy, they are pumped up. I loved my interaction, I loved the discussion. I absolutely look forward to working with the students.
The 44-year-old will be moving into Morgantown in a few months with his wife, Beth, and their 4 children.
We were looking for something to just fit our family, and I can't tell you how much we think this is just the perfect fit.
Clements will take office June 30th. His salary has been set at $450,000. Jared McClure, WVU News, Morgantown.
Clemens will take over for Peter McGraw, who has served as interim president since July of last year.
More big news in the Mountain State. A meningitis clinic was offered after a Lincoln High School student was recently hospitalized with the deadly virus. Earlier this month, a WVU student died after contracting meningitis. Health reporter Mallory Beck speaks to another student who was treated for bacterial meningitis and survived. Here is her story.
WVU junior Heather Elsey may be in good health now, but that was not the case 3 years ago. During her senior year of high school, she was diagnosed with bacterial meningitis.
I was 18 years old. I was scared to death, you know. I mean, you automatically think worst case scenario, you know. They told me that I might lose my limbs.
While Elsey made a full recovery, the death of WVU student Chelsea Canatis raised concerns from parents and students. WVU Hospitals recently held a forum with a panel of experts to explain the causes and symptoms of meningitis.
Well, I mean, it's wonderful. Anytime that people take responsibility to protect themselves is a great thing, and it's unfortunate when such a devastating thing happens, but what will be good is if we can make a positive change as a result of that.
Most forms of bacterial meningitis are considered preventable through a $90 vaccine. In 2006, all incoming WVU freshmen were required to have one. By not sharing cigarettes, eating utensils, or drinking glasses, you can decrease your risk of contraction.
The vaccine will prevent about 70 to 80% of bacterial meningitis, but 20 to 30% will not be prevented by it. So she falls into that category of ones that were not protected, but still that is the best way of protecting the whole population.
For Elsie, she believes what she went through is more than enough to convince people of the threat of meningitis.
And I'm just like not the type that just wants to sit down, you know? And the thought of never being able to run, rollerblade, jump, like play any type of sports was probably one of the scariest things that a teenager should ever have to go through.
Mallory Beck, WVU News, Morgantown.
Doctors say bacterial meningitis must be diagnosed and treated early on with antibiotics. Anyone experiencing a high fever, headache, stiff neck, or sore throat should go to an emergency room immediately.
While vaccines and medications may prevent you from serious illnesses, a fresher approach to maintaining a healthy mind and body can be found right inside your grocery store. They're called superfoods, and they can lower your cholesterol, reduce your risk of heart disease, and even put you in a better mood. Doctors say some foods that offer super health benefits include broccoli, oranges, soy, and spinach. But it's blueberries that take top honors. Packed with antioxidants and vitamin C, these berries help fight against many diseases, including cancer. And get this, experts say by tweaking your diet to include these superfoods every day, 50 to 70% of common suffering and illnesses could be eliminated.
And while maintaining your family's health may be your first priority, for many animal lovers, taking care of man's best friend is also high on the list.
That's right, Megan. More than half of Americans own a pet, and billions of dollars are spent on pet products each year. But those numbers only tell half the story. Our consumer reporter Beth Ploger joins us now with some sobering statistics on the crisis of pet overpopulation. Beth?
Thanks, Megan and Casey. Every 8 seconds, a cat or dog is put to sleep in the U.S. because of uncontrolled breeding. Surprise? Well, consider this fact. Over 6 years, one dog can give birth to hundreds of puppies. Morgantown's animal shelter has brought the nationwide issue to a small community. They say the solution is simple: spay or neuter your pet. It's a problem all over the country, but Morgantown wants to change that. Too many animals are being born with no homes to live in and no family to take care of them.
But for the majority of them, they don't have money to put money into their animals. They feel that they have a little different priorities.
Monongalia County groups and organizations are dedicated to informing residents of the issue. Suzanne Gaynor works with Mountaineer Spay Neuter Assistance Program and knows it will happen one step at a time.
This is a community problem, and we need to get on top of it.
1,900 healthy animals, just like Raja, are put to sleep each year in Morgantown. But officials say that by scheduling an appointment to get them spayed or neutered, you could actually be saving just as many lives. Dana Johnson is the supervisor at the Monongalia County Canine Adoption Center, where homeless animals are sent. She says many people don't know about the importance of getting animals spayed and neutered, which only adds to the problem.
I wish it were a law that everyone had to have their animals spayed and neutered unless they were breeders.
Many people worry about the pain their pet may feel, but Gaynor says the procedure will help more than hurt. By having the procedure done, they will live a healthier life and stay closer to home.
Why be born only to be put to death? That's not the answer.
All of the Monongalia County groups believe the more people know about the problem, the quicker it can be fixed. If you are looking for information on how to get your pet spayed or neutered, you can visit the website at the bottom of your screen. Megan and Casey, back to you.